Pandas. 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 Good morning, Pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. We are back to trade. We're back with the community. Super excited to be with all of you guys. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend, but TGIM. Day trading like a predator already knows. TGIM, good morning. Speedy Boy, good morning. Zero Cool, good morning. We just finished a pre-market show, and hopefully you guys would sooner or later join. It'd be great to see you guys there. The more the merrier. And I'm just not saying that because of the, obviously I get benefits from that, from you guys joining, but more the fact that I like the support. I like to know the fact that you guys are there, and kind of have like this a tighter knit group where we can talk a little bit more real. Obviously, I go over all my accounts and go over all of my my off-stream trades, and it's basically full vulnerability with those I believe I can trust and that support me. So that's I would love if you guys joined. That'd be amazing. So. Richard Steele Jr. He wrote first. Good for you, man. Dom. Let's get that bamboo today. Good morning. Russell H, good morning. FZN, Hassan Marabi, good morning. No Trigger, No Trade, good morning. SW Blaze, good morning. Chicago, Pineapple Lim from Singapore. Good morning, guys. Kid Poker. Richard Belmont, good morning. Frank Angelo, good morning. Somewhere in the Rockies, good morning. Todd at Stone City. Good morning. Back from vacation. Welcome back. Carl Herman. Let's go, baby. Wyatt. Rest in peace. Corsi, Zakaria. Stefan Milan. I never understood, how to pronounce Stefan. Steven or Stefan? Sometimes I pronounce, the PH like a Steven. Sometimes they want me to pronounce like that. Rodion Raskolnikov. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome. Michael B, good morning. Cody M, good morning from Panama City. Welcome to the stream, everybody. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. If you guys don't know, we love Mondays here. That means we're back to trading, back with the community. What a wild overnight session, though. Like, the price action right now on the daily, it is tricky. That is tricky stuff. Very tricky, and I do not know what's going to happen. We're clearly above the 20 MA, and we're clearly safe. If you enter long here, on the daily chart, you're actually safe still, and you kind of have a little bit of a scare here, about to get stopped out, but you're technically still safe. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but if we come back up, obviously the chances are higher that we go up. So we are going to go up, and if we do go up and break yesterday's high, or Friday's high, good chance for reversal. We'll see, though. Say it like Steven. Got it. I will take note of that. So today, what's going to happen? Well, it looks like we are going to be in an uptrend. Right now, we're consolidating. About 5 minutes till open. And the move up is very strong, but it also means that not much support underneath it. So we'll see. I've seen things like this reverse completely, but yeah, we traded within yesterday's or Friday's range, but we're definitely bullish right now. So gonna send my pause here. Lance gone. Good morning from UK. BNZNB. North Carolina. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. A lot of you guys think it's going to be a bull trend day today, which makes sense because we are currently in a bull trend. So why not assume it will continue? Anthony Benedict Grosso Antinari. What a name. Just came across your live stream. Want to see if it really is possible to join your group for profits. I'm an OTA Academy graduate. All right. I mean, this is, you know, this is not like a trading signal group or anything like that. This is a panda just trading two-legged pullbacks. Hey, pandas, let me know if your charts look the same. Can we get a chart check here? Welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, I'm Bye Money. And we trade live every single day here. The emini, two-legged pullbacks. Could be break a trend to new high. Could be potentially here. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Market's about to open in 1 minute. Almost want to take this reversal, but it's such a strong move up. This is hard for me to just take a reversal here at the first sign of reversal. Especially with a strong move like this, you want a moving average gap somewhere. Market just opened. Big push up. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have a moving average gap now. That's a reversal trade. You're able to scalp out right there. Reversal fails, goes up. I believe we need to make a new high here. May go long for the new high. It looks like we need to make a new high. Break a trend to new low. Reversal setup here. 1, 2, 3 attempts up to, and it failed 3 times to reverse here. Okay, so no reason to go up to go long now because it looks like we're going down back to the bottom of the trading range. Okay, triple bottom. Interesting. Not looking to go long because we're beneath the 20 MA now. Big move down. Very interesting. So we get a trap reversal and then that takes out a lot of the stops here, but then reverses and finally makes a big move after taking all the stops out here. Only the strong bears are in because they would have their stop loss up here or up here. Willing to scale in once or twice. Coming from top of the trading range to the bottom trading range. Now I cannot say we're in an uptrend. In fact, I could say maybe we're in a downtrend because we had to break a trend here to new low. A reversal setup that fails. Need to find our channel now. Unless we're just in a trading range. Then we gotta stick to really short-term trends. Bottom of the trading range back to the top of the trading range looks like. Unsure what's gonna happen here. It's getting choppy. It's trading range. So the tricky thing about trading range is like even though like we see a kind of decent move up here, and you kind of want to keep going long on this, you know, continuing this very strong uptrend, then the fact is that you may have to go long at the top of this trading range, which makes it difficult, right? You're basically banking on a breakout. Or you can trade counter to this big trend and hoping that this trading range is strong enough to come back down to the bottom. For me, I'm going to sit on my pause because we couldn't even break these lows here. The fact that we're coming back into our trading range it gives it a chance to actually break out here. So this is why trading range is confusing. Because you have like a strong move up like this, multiple bull bars in a row, but you're within a trading range. So you're thinking, your brain is thinking, okay, we're going to probably keep going up to break out. But at the same time, you know, do you have the confidence to go and reverse at the top of this trading range? So from the bottom to the top of the trading range with the trading range indicator. Now, are we waiting to go short here to come back to the bottom? Or do we want to trade a trap trade for a breakout? Or should we trade the breakout trap failure to come back to the bottom? Outside bar reversal. I don't like outside bar reversals this early in the morning. You should want to go long here, but we hit the top of the trading range already, so quite difficult to know what's happening here. You know, if I want to trade this trade, I could buy with a limit order here with a 4-point stop loss and hoping for a swing back to the top of the trading range. If you want to use a trading range indicator like that, you know, you got to consider, like, if you want to do like a 2 times risk reward and you're thinking, okay, if this reward is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, then you can risk 4 points because you're gaining 8 points. But the probability is very low. Not very low, but it's not like a 90% probability. It's like a 40% probability, perhaps. Another outside bar reversal looks like. Yep. 2 outside bar reversals in a row. That's a lower high setup. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. Bottom of the trading range to the top of the trading range. Back to the bottom of the trading range on the trading range indicator. It will break out sooner or later. Just don't know when. I mean, this may be the reversal here, this trap trade, right? For those who thought we're going to go long, continuous uptrend, or trapped here, reversal. It was an outside bar reversal, not one I was interested in. Also, we had a break a trend to new low, so potential could have actually reversed again here. So if you went short here, it could have actually reversed again to go long. As you can tell now, we broke below this low, so we're actually pushing stronger, right, than before. It's hard to say, you know, like, am I wanting to break to trade this trading range still, or is this gonna break down? And it's hard, and it's like, okay, well, what evidence should we have, right, to trade this trading range? I mean, at the very least, a higher low setup, in my opinion. The best situation is a trap trade to the upside, right? Fail second entry short. The best setup you can have here, which is just kind of hard to come by, but it's a fail second entry short, right? An attempt for a second entry short, but then that reverses and goes up back to the top of the trading range. Now, notice that we broke below this low here, this pivot low, which is the lowest point of this trading range. So we're making new lows, right? Lower lows now. Lower highs. We have a two-leggy on the 10K chart. Two-legged pullback. A, B, C. A, B, C. Potential. Potential two-legged on the 10K chart. 5-minute chart actually is just a reversal pattern. So we actually had a reversal pattern on the 5-minute with the outside bar reversal. It's just wacky price action right there. Strong move up, coming back into our trading, still beneath the 20 MA, and the 20 MA starting to slant downwards. Syed asks, how's my weekend? My weekend was good. Restful. Second entry long does trigger on the 10K chart. Second entry long triggers on 10K chart. Coming back into our trading range now. This is why this is tricky, because this looked like a breakdown. Breakdown was not very convincing, right? When you look at the price action, you have overlapping bars. breakdowns, you typically look for strong, right, moves like this, strong bars, right, going the whatever direction that you're looking for to break out. Multiple bars like this, right, those are breakouts. This not necessarily the most convincing breakout. It does break down, but currently being a failed breakdown. Coming back into our trading range, two leggy off the 10K chart, makes a nice move up here. I was waiting for a higher low entry. I was waiting for a trap trade. I was waiting for a setup. Never came. So you can only take what the market gives you. And the market really has been a little stingy these days, I think. Right? I like the context to go long here, but didn't get our setup. So just moving on to the next setup here. Bottom of trading range back to the top of the trading range. Absolutely incredible. The question is, are we gonna break out here? This trading range to the upside now? Hard to say. Multiple bull bars in a row. Every bear pullback has been very little, no follow through. I mean, it's a very strong move up back to the top of the trading range, but trading ranges, they have violent moves up and down. So kind of everything in here doesn't really help, in my opinion, because we're at resistance level. I mean, it can help us with maybe a little bit, telling us like we might break out here because of the strong bull bars, you know, showing some bullish pressure, but or buying pressure. But it's just, I've seen, you know, very strong moves up and down on trading ranges, and yeah, in my opinion, it's very difficult to tell if it's going to break out with the bars within inside it. Of course, if it already does break out, it's easy to tell because you have hindsight bias, but that's kind of what you want, right? You want the breakout to happen, and then you want to enter in the higher probability trade afterwards. If your goal is probability, right? If your goal is just pure, like, you know, really good risk reward, you know, and you don't mind the low probability setups, then sure, that's swing trading. You can do that. Or we can come back to the bottom of the trading range. And the thing is, like, I can see the trading range clearly. You know, don't get me wrong, pandas. I mean, I made this indicator, so I know that I can, you know, I can see that we're coming from the top to the bottom, back to the top. But the problem is, even if that's the case, you need a setup. You need the setup. Either a two leggy or fail second entry. So, like I mentioned, super strong move up, but then the resistance of the trading range, it just knocks it back down. So, even though there's a really strong move up, when you're in the trading range, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just like hard to say. From the top back to the bottom. And this is one leg up, one leg down. Like, I can't trade that. There's no setup here for me. The problem is, like, if I went short here, then I have to do that every single time. I would have to do that every single time. Absolutely incredible, right? From the bottom to the top, back to the bottom. Like you're thinking, right? When you saw this, you're probably thinking, okay, we're breaking out. We're gonna have a strong bull trend day today, and then it just does this. It's just like I mentioned. Like even though we have strong bull bars here, because we're in that trading range, it doesn't say much. Like it doesn't say. It could say a little bit, but to me, from looking at the charts, like thousands of hours, just you gotta wait till it actually does break out. And when it actually starts breaking out like up here, then maybe you're looking for a second entry. But while you're like this close, right, you're still beneath this pivot high. This is hard to say what's gonna happen. I have a second entry short here, and that was an outside bar reversal. Not what I'm interested in. This is a second entry short here, but not what I'm interested in. Too far away from 20 May. Signal bar will be huge as well. Right, your risk will be large. More than about 6-point risk. Still too far away from 20 May. And now we're actually at the bottom of the trading range. Is this convincing for us for a breakdown? Maybe. Not too convincing, right? Just like this comes all the way back down. It can come all the way back up. It might be crazy to think that might happen, but it might. To me, this feels like a double top. Right? It really tempted to break out there, but failed. And so, the fact that we're back down here makes me more willing to go short and bank on a breakdown. But you know, and also we have like this kind of big move in the overnight session that oftentimes we do want to fill back up. Right? There's a lot of price action here that needs to be retested. Nevertheless, this is not a setup that I like here, right? This is a two-legged pullback, but it looks a little wonky, right? Your two legs look like this. It's not necessarily one that I like. Right, lower high, lower low. We're seeing some bearish pressure here, even though that looked very strong going up. Even though we had a huge move up here in this current context, we're seeing some bearish pressure. Strong move up. I have no idea what's happening. No idea what's happening. I just have no idea how to trade this. Like, do I want to trade this breakdown? Not really. Do I want to trade a reversal back up into this trading range? Maybe. That might be my best bet, but now you're kind of late in trading range, right? Kind of like when you're late in trend and you try to trade back, you try to trade it with the trend when you're late in trend. You know, that's kind of the same feeling. When you're late in range, trading range, and you try to trade a trading range, it kind of feels like, you know, when you're late in a trend. You're thinking it's probably closer to breaking out than not at this point because you're late in the trading range. Yeah, I can't take this setup. It's because we're in a trading range. You know, this is basically you're banking on a breakdown or breakout, and I'm not gonna do it. Too leggy here. When in doubt, look at other trading range or looking at other time frames. Too choppy here, not much telling me. 10K, we're kind of balancing on top of the 20 EMA here. Coming back into our trading range. Absolutely incredible. Big move up. This is crazy. I don't know. I guess I'll trade a fail second entry short here if I get it. I guess that's what I would look for here. I don't know if I'll look for a fail second entry short here. Decent signal bar to go short. Very difficult to tell what's going to happen here. I'm not going to take that long. I'm not going to take that long. Yeah, make sure you guys scalp that like button. All right, pandas. Coming back up. I like this short, but now we're getting choppy, and I think this is a good short to take. I feel like this could be a big move down here, mainly because this trap failed to reverse back into our trading range, and we're triggering to go short here. But the risk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points large. Okay, I guess not. That's why I didn't enter that trade. The risk is too large, a little too choppy. But you have potential for a big move down here. Big move down. Getting multiple hits here. Finding some support here now. If we trigger this, who knows what's going to happen. This is very confusing. The reason why I didn't enter this trade nor that trade, I didn't like this trade because for me, I was thinking, we have potential break a trend to new low here. Potential. So I didn't want to enter that long here, thinking we're looking for a new low. Not only that, I didn't want to enter this low or this short because of how choppy we're starting to become. 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars in a row. And that would make it a 5th overlapping bar, right? Terrible signal bar and huge risk. So it's not a setup I like. You just got stopped out if you went short there. Not necessarily looking to go long here either. Just don't know what's happening. It's just too choppy for me. Alright, when it starts to look like this, you just kind of sit on your paws, just wait. No setups all day. BNB has an amazing point here. I mean, you basically, it's, you know, like button, hit the like, scout the like button. Have you ever seen a panda trade? My dog only does meaningless tricks. I mean, check and mate. That's basically definitive reason, objective reasoning to scalp that like button. Let's go, baby. So choppy, but notice that this little bar hit the bottom trend range perfectly. I might come back to the top with a higher low setup here. Syed asks, what does the 1 and 3 mean? Those are leg counts. If you want to learn how to do leg counts, you can look at the video, the playlist in the description. It goes over how to count legs, how to identify second entries. Like, in order for you to identify second entries, you need to know how to count legs. In order for you to know how to count legs, you need to know when they're reversals, right? And reversals basically, you know, right now we're in downtrend. The next reversal will be a break above the previous candle's high, even by 1 tick. So that's a reversal here, and it comes back down. And then when the candle breaks the previous candle's low, that reverses again. So now we're in a downtrend. Now we're back in an uptrend because previous candle's high gets broken. So that's how you count the legs and identify those reversals. This is an absolute mess. I'm just sitting on my paws here. I have no idea what's going to happen. Right, this is information here, right? Even though it looks like just noise and randomness, we can convert that into knowing, you know, how do we act upon this kind of price action? What we do is we don't act, you know. When we see price action like this, we just sit on our paws. All right, so we're breaking to the upside, and what ends up happening is we come to the bottom of the trading range, fail breakdown to the top of the trading range. So again, for those who thought, man, look at this move, it's like for sure going to crash and burn. I mean, look at this, how strong this downtrend is, and then you get this. It's kind of day we're talking about right now, right? With this outside bar reversal right in the beginning of the day, within the first 5 minutes. I knew we were gonna have some sort of chop like this. Strong, 3 strong bull bars in a row. Ending near their high, right? Ending on its high, near its high, above the 50%. But like I mentioned, we do not trade the breakout until it actually breaks out. Then we want to look for a pullback. Right? Once the trend is defined, then that's kind of when we're like, okay, I'm down. Truly, the Nightbot is. Right, I'm not trading that trap. Outside bar reversal to the upside. Strong move up. We broke now this pivot high. So we broke this pivot low, broke this pivot high, right? On the higher time frame, it's just like kind of an expanding pattern here. Expanding like this. Big move up, no way I'm entering in that setup, right, to go long. That's not a setup that I can trade far away from 20 EMA. It is a failed second entry short, don't get me wrong, right? You can see that with the magenta 3, but A, B, C, failed second entry short, reversal. I mean, you can trade that, but you have to trade that, you know, appropriately. You have to be willing to take the small probability breakout setup, and also take a good risk reward. In my opinion, you gotta have a good risk reward here. You can't be scalping this trade. You have to be taking a very good risk reward in this trade, because you're banking on a breakout, which most breakouts fail. So of course you can. There's a time and place for this, but if you want to, you just have to. In my opinion, you need to have a nice, at least a 2 times risk reward. Has 2 times risk reward been hit? 2 times risk reward has been hit perfectly and gets reversed. And so, I mean, even though it can break out now, we know definitively that this was a place where people took their profits, and you know, that's because people took 2 times risk reward here. I mean, that's the institution, that's the price action talking to us, and it's revealed, right? It's revealed through the price action. The footprints are there, and you can't hide them. So we know that there were institutions that took a 2 times risk reward on that trade right there. Gabe asks, did you have rhythmic issue? I don't think so. None that I realized or recall. Fourth push up here. I mean, we can break this high, that's fine. But doesn't change the fact that there was a reaction off that 2 times risk reward. Regardless, no setup for us to go long here. We need a 2-leggy here. Just watching, no setups here. If you're just joining, I'm Bob by Money. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. We trade every single day, Monday through Friday, 9:15 for the mainstream, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. If you would like to join the pre-market show, we go over all my account balances. We go over all my off-stream trades. I'm just very vulnerable on the pre-market show because I know those who are in the pre-market show are at least willing or supportive enough to at least pay a little bit of money. So I know through the paying, I can kind of trust them a little bit. Of course, that doesn't 100% work all the time, but gives me a little bit evidence that there are people, you know, the people in the pre-market show I can trust and be a little more vulnerable with without being trolled, you know, especially sharing something like how much money you make or lose, and you know, it could be vulnerable stuff. And so I hope you guys would join us there. I would love to see you guys there, you know. But let's see if you guys become pandas. No setups here. But since we're just waiting for a setup, we trade the emini every single day. We trade only one single setup, the 2-legged pullback. It's a price action setup that looks like this: 2 legs down or 2 legs up. And we look for this setup because if you can find it in the right context, this is greater than 90% probability to give you a scalp on the emini. For every scalp, you get $50. And so depending on how many contracts you trade, you know, you can scale that up. But we want to find those high probability trades. You know, right now for an uptrend, perhaps we want to look for a second entry long off the 20 EMA here. If we look at the charts, you know, we have 2 leggies all over the place. Not every 2-legged pullback is created equal. You know, you have one like this, 2-legged pullback, 2 pushes up, reversal, and also again here, 2 pushes up, reversal, top of the trading range back to the bottom of the trading range. So if you want more details about the setup, how to count legs, how to identify second entries. So we have this expanding pattern, and we're hitting the top of the expanding pattern right now. If you are interested in learning more about the setup, you can look at the description below. There are playlists going into details how to count legs, how to identify second entries, how to identify traps. I mean, the fact that we're up here makes me feel like we're going to break out of this expansion. But who knows? We can come all the way back down to the bottom expansion. It could happen. But seeing how strong this move up is, it's just hard to imagine that we'll come all the way back down. It just seems like we'll probably break out and have an uptrend. So since we only trade two-legged pullbacks, what you see on the screen is a two-legged pullback indicator, showing you all the second entries, showing you all the traps, right? These are all trap trades here, these magenta boxes. And it also tells you, right, the tick counter also gives you the super signal, where it tells you the next leg, if it does reverse, right, the super signal is always placed in the spot where we want to enter our trade. One tick above the previous candle's high on the downtrend. That's where we want to enter on this with a stop order. So the super signal will always be there, and it also tells you the leg count, the upcoming leg count, if that does trigger in this context. So the super signal kind of tells you everything looking forward. If you're interested in the indicator, right, or the trading range indicator, which showed us a trading range for the majority of the morning, pretty accurately, I would say. If you were interested in that, then you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Yeah, if you do a call out, all I ask, I think the chat's getting a little busy. If you do a call out, all I ask is you guys to give some reason why you're entering your trade. If you don't give any reason, I'm going to actually tell you to stop and probably put you in timeout. But you need some reason, right? Any reason why you're going. You can't just randomly say, I'm going long, going short. That's to make the chat healthier. I know some people love just doing call outs, but it's to make the chat a little healthier. Because not everyone wants to call out. Not everyone wants to see the call outs. Obviously, I haven't entered any trades today, but I'm going to put a poll up to see how well you guys are doing. This is completely anonymous, of course. We are getting a two-leggy here, but bouncing off of the top of the expansion pattern, right, which is a decent resistance level. We're bouncing off of that. Kind of hard to trade into that. Kind of creating a spiking channel, outside bar reversal. Two-leggy. A, B, C, perhaps off the 20 EMA here. We got a two-legged pullback I'm interested in. Cody M asks, do you have time to show an example of a failed second entry short or long or short? Yes, I can show it right here. Failed second entry shorts or long are basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's when there's a second entry long or short and it fails to make a scalper's profit. So for instance, these magenta boxes are all traps. And this is probably the best example to show here, but you go A, B, C. And then the second entry short, right, but fails to continue the original trend, right, fails to make 2 points here, it reverses, so that's a fail second entry short here, right, fails, right, to make that Sorry, I'm gonna enter this trade. There's not enough room, nor did it touch the 20 EMA. But we got a triple bottom here. Getting choppy. Outside bar reversal. Absolutely terrible. But that's the second entry long there. That's not the signal bar I want necessarily. You know, it triggers like that. I don't like that trigger. I don't like how it triggers within the same bar, right? Outside bar reversal. I'm gonna sit on my pause here. I'm gonna let it just happen. If we get a higher low setup, I may be interested. But right now, this setup is chalked. This setup is chalked, in my opinion. But that's a failed second entry short here, right? With the magenta boxes. All these magenta boxes are failed second entries. Right, again here, and it looks a little wonky because this second entry looks weird, but A, B, C, A, right, makes less than a point and then reverses. So, right, this two-legged pullback, second entry long, fails and reverses. This is getting choppy now. So since it's getting choppy, I want to take advantage of that and enter on the lower end of the chop. Hopefully I can get a second entry long here. Right now we're getting completely overlapping bars right now. Right, this whole thing is starting to become a trading range now. Right, this is the inside bar. Not interested in that long trade. I am not interested. This is just too choppy. Too ugly. Syed asked, how should we know if you went short or long? Yeah, you'll see you'll see like these flags or these markers on the screen. You'll see them and yeah. This is a failed second entry long currently. I may still look to go long because we're clearly above the 20 MA. Like, I'm not going short here. Plus, it's nope. I thought it'd be outside bar reversal, but yeah. You could consider this break a trend to new high. You could, but I won't. I won't. This is really ugly price action. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do here. I cannot create context. Finally have a push down here. Come back to the bottom of the trading range. Getting really choppy here. Yeah, this is difficult. I mean, it's difficult because I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's not difficult because I know exactly what to do here, which is nothing. It's also difficult on the psyche, right? Because you're so focused on the charts, but when those setups happen for a long time, your focus gets drained. Mental capital gets less and less as the day goes on. And then you start to trick yourself thinking bad setups are good setups, and yeah. Ooh, that's very interesting in my opinion. That's not very common. You have 4 hits in a row in the exact same spot. Let's see if it holds for this candle. Nope, breaks down. Yeah, it's not very common, and obviously it didn't even happen here. Now you're thinking, should I go long or short here? The fact that we're like bouncing off of our resistance here with the trap trade above the 20 MA, that's the thing I didn't like about that trade, but obviously it's a big move down. Now we're below the 20 MA. Could have been break a trend to new high here. Reversal setup. Instead of going long, you want to go short. Balancing off resistance, right, from our expansion pattern. Right, when you see these higher highs and lower lows, right, it's expanding. It means breakout mode because on a higher time frame, like a really high time frame, these are just outside bars happening. O pattern basically, and it is a breakout pattern. Oftentimes we want to come to the middle of the pattern and then maybe bounce off of it. That could happen here. But there was nothing for me to do here. So unfortunately, trading is like this sometimes. You know, when you have a particular setup you're looking for and you only trade one single setup, so that's a downside about one single setup. It's kind of easy because you simplify it, but it's also not easy because you're wrestling with your patience, right? You're wrestling with your character. You're wrestling with yourself because you basically have to wait for a very long time for a good setup sometimes. Sam GK says, draw a trend line from the bottom of the range. You might be talking about this. This may turn into a channel. Vincent Wingao says, hello, I'm new here. Could you explain the setup you're looking for? If you rewind a couple minutes around the 10 o'clock mark, you can see a little bit. But if you want to know, you can go to the description below. There are playlists going over the details of the setup of the two-legged pullback. Pandas, my pandas. We're at 69 likes. You guys are just silly little boys. Can we get that up to 100, please? Make sure you guys scalp that like button. You guys calculated that, didn't you? You guys are just silly, huh? What do we do here now? Am I looking for a long entry or short entry? I'm confused. We could have something like this where this is a break of trend to new low, potentially. This would be a higher low setup, but I'll be more comfortable taking a trap trade to the long side, mostly because we bounced off of an obvious like resistance, and we bounced off with a reversal setup. So in my opinion, I think we could be in a downtrend. Could be something like this. Wow, you guys you guys scalped that like button and changed it real quick. Appreciate that. So what do we have? Break a trend to new low? Right, so we're gonna go back in uptrend, or do we have a solid downtrend where we should look for a second entry short here? Hard to say. Confusing to me. Outside, inside. I want to go long here, but there's not enough room to the top of this trend here. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of risk if we take this. Outside bar reversal does trigger. Very confusing. There's not enough room to the top of this line here. Hey, outside bar reversal it just stops you out and it comes down your way now. That's vicious. Again, getting choppy. Very difficult price action in my opinion. Very difficult price action. Yeah, this is difficult. I don't know what's happening here, pandas. But you know one thing I'm happy about that I have a community here to watch this terrible price action together with. What can I say? You know, that's one of the beautiful things about a community. We can stare at paint drying together, and it just makes it so much a better experience. What can I say? I kind of like this trap, but it's way too choppy now. Right, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars in a row, but look at 3 failures to break out here. Making me feel like we might get a strong push down here, but I'm gonna sit on my pause. I'm sitting on my pause, even though I like the short here. I gotta sit on my pause because the current price action is way too choppy. I like the fact that this had 3 failures up and we got to trap the trigger. But, yes. Gonna set him on pause here. This is why you stay away from the chop. This is why you stay away. Who knows what's gonna happen with this bar? Last night I watched Top Gun, Maverick. I'm not gonna lie, I was hyped. It got me hyped. Oh, I don't know what it is, but when I was driving home from the theater, I was driving a little faster than usual. I mean, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It's just, I personally think like the production was unmatched. That was it. Yeah. I ended up watching it in a Dolby surround theater. Tickets are a little more expensive, but I think for that movie it was worth it. Well worth it. It's like the sound is just like it immerses you in the experience, and you know. You just lean back, and there was like I don't want to ruin anything, but there was like, you know, basically it's just yeah, I don't know. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone who hasn't watched it, but it's a good movie, I think. I like that short trade, but yeah, this is probably gonna start dripping down. Also, I would recommend to watch the first one if you haven't watched it. It's just like you don't have to. It's not necessary, but there's like kind of some like there's a lot of throwbacks and there's some connections, and so. No setups for me yet. Absolutely none. Yeah, I mean, I believe they did like a lot of their. I think there's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff where they show you how they trained for this movie. And I think everyone in there actually like basically like there's like this. Their reactions are like were like real, like for all the actors because they were actual in like airplanes, and yeah, it's that actually adds like to like the awesomeness of the movie, I guess. Sam GK giving us this trend line. Ends up bouncing off of it, which is nice. Good looking out. This is why the community is so awesome. I guess I'll take a trap trade to the long side here. If we get it. Going long here. I wanted that long with the outside bar reversal, I didn't mind. But I came with a small retracement, so I get 3-point risk here. I took the outside bar reversal. This is why I skipped outside bar reversals. Got hit. You can get hit. Pandas. But 3-point risk, not too bad. I was eager to go long there, so I took the outside bar reversal, but that's why I don't take outside bar reversals. I may attempt to go long again here if we do trigger this trap again. But I was eager to go long, but that's why I skip outside bar reversals. And it got me. That's another example of why I don't do outside bar reversals. But I was so eager to enter, I sometimes do take them, and I took it right there and I got burned. I may attempt to go long again here, but it doesn't seem like it's a good trade now. Hard to say. It's a little choppy. I don't like these. I don't like these wicks here either. I don't like these how these wicks form, showing failed breakout. I'm gonna sit on my pause. The risk is not that large. It's less than 3-point risk. I guess I could take this trade to go long, but honestly, I'm not confident in it. It is a trap trade to the long side. I don't want 2 losers in a row, but I'm out. It's a good, nice signal bar now. I feel like they came with a retracement there. Maybe I'll come with a retracement. I think it's too late. I think I missed the boat here. Yeah, I missed the boat. So this is why you should wait, right? Don't take those outside bar reversals. Like if I just waited for this trap to actually trigger here, I would have came out easy 2 points right there. This is why I wait for the outside bar reversal. Like, see that outside bar reversal? I like the context we were in to go long. But if I just waited, you know, for the actual trap to trigger, like the technical trap, which is right here, this magenta box, I would have, you know, I would have made already 3 points right there. Unfortunately. This is why I don't take the outside bar reversals. Like, I can't tell you how many times this has happened where I'm like, I'm eager to enter the trade, enter in with the outside bar reversal, and then it comes down and actually triggers with the real trap after it stops you out. And then, so I wanted to enter again, especially staying above the 20 EMA like that. I just didn't like these wicks. I didn't like the wicks. I didn't like the failed breakouts. I didn't like them. And so I missed the trade, but it's all good. Moving on to the next trade, pandas. This is just too congested. Richard Belmont asks, is that a revenge trade? It wasn't really a revenge trade. It was more of the trade I should have taken. And I like the setup better than this one, so I was willing to take it again, but yeah, obviously I didn't, so moving on. I wouldn't consider that a revenge trade. I would say revenge trades, you can't have any real reason to enter the trade other than it's like, oh, I'm losing, so I'm going to just enter this trade here. I wanted to enter this trade because that was the setup that I was actually looking for instead of taking the outside bar reversal. So you've seen it many times on the stream, how many times I got burned by outside bar reversals. Same Matt says, you said you would wait and didn't. That is true. I said I will wait and I didn't do it. I'm not a panda of my word. Now we're just getting choppy here. Break a trend to new high. Hmm. Quite a strong push down here.
$10,000 tick trap.
So choppy. This is crazy. Very choppy price action. Hello, my name is Kool-Aid. Nope, not waves. It's the leg counts. Just tracking how many legs are going up, how many legs are going down, so we can identify those second entries. It's too choppy. Thanks for the 100 likes. You guys reloaded? Huh. I do a quick reload, I guess. Nothing's happening anyways. Just reloaded my charts. I don't know. It looks the same. I may go long here. If I get second entry long, I'll go long. Actually, it does look different because my trading range broke into another trading range here. This used to go all the way across. I'll take a second entry long here if we get it. Again, I'll take it with the outside bar reversal. No longer interested in that. This is crazy. I mean, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits all in one price point. Looks like a ledge. Confusing. Maybe trap trade looking for a new low. This break a trend. This could be break a trend to new low already. Confusing. Very confusing. I honestly, this is just like, in this entire mess, very confusing. What a day. What a day. What a terrible day. Hope you guys enjoy trading. Okay. Crazy. Don't know. No idea what's happening. Looks like a trading range. Hard for me to go long out for the breakout. But something in me wants to go long here. I can't go long. I mean, you're just gonna hit your head on top of this trading range. Can't go short. It's just really small trading range, so not enough room to get a setup here. I can't take a trade here. I mean, I just look to the left and just see that we have all of this resistance here. We're in the trading range. I can't go long. I can't do it. Look at the EMA. We're going in and out of the 20 EMA. The bars, breakout bars, no follow through. Panda, sorry. I took one trade and I didn't even do it well. I feel like this might break out because the 10K chart has a two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. And it just triggered. But the top of the trading range, I just cannot do it. I cannot go long at the top of the trading range. It just doesn't make sense for me. Andre B asks, how many points am I looking for on my scalps? I'm looking for 2 points now because of the risk of every scalp I've been making. Right, these bars are getting large, right? If I took like, this risk here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 5.5 point risk here. Just can't, you gotta go for 2 points at least when your risk is that large. I'm not sure why our bars are so different these days. I mean, I already reloaded it midstream, so I'm not gonna do it again. Huh. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits on the exact same spot. I think that qualifies for a ledge. I'm drawing it in. Do not copy my trades, pandas. Do not copy my trades. This will be my last trade if this does trigger. And it just ripped right through it. Didn't even feel me. I had one contract. Can't even feel me, one contract. Oh, pandas. Alright, pandas. That's it. It didn't feel me. I didn't feel comfortable staying in that trade. So, pandas, that's it for today. It's just terrible price action. And, you can only take what the market gives you. And I got a little dud here on that outside bar reversal. Be patient, pandas. That's what, you pay for that. I paid for that. That eagerness, I paid for it. So, pandas, I hope everyone is doing much better than I am. And, yeah, as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. Bye.